My name is Promise Amahah, already mentioned. By my side is able Executive Director for Media and Publicity, Honorable Abu Hakim. I'm sure he should speak for himself, then we'll take it round. Please welcome your colleagues.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Abdul Hakim Olanigo. I'm the National Executive Director of Media and Publicity for the Nigerian Young Farmers Network.
On my left is our able woman leader. Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Salva Mohammed. I'm the ED, Impact Investment and Business Development of the Nigerian Young Farmers Network.
I'm from the eastern part of Nigeria. My colleague here is from the western part of Nigeria, and you have our able northern representative from the north. So this is the spirit of Nigerian Young Farmers Network. For this press briefing is to inform the gentlemen of the press and the general public about our upcoming rally in commemoration of our nation's independence on October 1st, which is just a few days from now. Simply, our mission is to raise a generation of young people who operate with natural excellence and are empowered, motivated, and stirred to drive nation building and development through agriculture. That's our singular mission. Our overall slogan, our team, is that we seek to unlock the potential of agriculture in Nigeria through youth engagement. So, in summary, we are engaging young people to drive agricultural development in Nigeria. 28 September 2020, Nigerian Young Farmers Network for immediate press release. Team, 60 years later, yes we can. Our October 1st National Rally by Nigerian Young Farmers Network. Good day, gentlemen of the press. We highly appreciate your presence today as we prepare to take a significant step to redeem our beloved country. Nigerian Young Farmers Network is a non-governmental organization founded on the values of shared responsibility and shared prosperity. Our mission is to raise a generation of young people that are empowered, motivated, and stirred to operate with natural excellence through agriculture. These exemplary leaders of excellence at every age and every stage are committed and involved with the process of national transformation through agriculture. As Nigeria's 60th year independence celebration approaches, the Nigerian Young Farmers Network has planned a massive rally in commemoration of that big day. As our planned rally team is 60 years later, yes we can. It's an opportunity to make a bold statement that young Nigerians are capable of addressing our most pressing challenges, especially through agriculture. The Nigerian youth is key in unlocking the potential of agriculture and creating wealth for the nation. The objective of the rally is to x-ray how far we have come as a nation through agriculture, mobilize young people to affirm that yes, we can fix the agricultural sector, and mobilize all stakeholders to get involved in the process of repositioning the sector to create jobs and wealth. Our rally plans to create the much needed awareness and public enlightenment on the need to rebrand, reposition, and revamp our agricultural sector. With unemployment rising at an alarming rate of 2.7%, growing insecurity and hunger, rising debt profile and capital flight, it is a matter of urgency to plug in the youth fully in reversing these ugly trends. Our 60 years later, Yes We Can rally is a deliberate effort and global statement of commitment from young Nigerians to affirm that 1. Yes, we can grow our economy through agriculture. 2. Yes, we can create jobs and reduce unemployment. 3. Yes, we can grow our own food and achieve food security. 4. Yes, we can make Nigeria greater through agriculture. 5. Yes, we can achieve the sustainable development goals. 6. Yes, we can mitigate insecurity. And 7. Yes, we can think global and act local. We invite you all to join us, support us, and follow our journey as we build a greater Nigeria powered by agriculture. Yes, we can. Thank you for your time and presence. God bless Nigeria. Promise Amahah, Director General, National Coordinator for Nigerian Young Farmers Network.
Thank you for coming here, and thank you for listening to us, and thank you for helping us to spread the message outside. I just have a little this caution to make, or rather little information to give you. We're facing a global fight to address one of the biggest challenges of our time. Chronic hunger is up by 10 million people in 1 year and about nearly 60 million in 5 years from the FAO and the United Nations. Now, with numbers highest in Asia, rising fastest in Africa. If this trend continues, more than 840 million people will be hungry by 2030, with Africa overtaking Asia as a region affected the most. The COVID-19 pandemic will add over 100 million people to this distressing toll. Overcoming hunger is just one part of the problem. 2 billion people do not have regular access to safe, nutritious and sufficient food in 2019. 144 million children under the age of 5 years were stunted. Now, around the world, many people are suffering from hunger, food insecurity, malnutrition, because they cannot afford healthy diet. As the world fight COVID-19, we cannot allow the pandemic to stop the global fight on hunger and malnutrition. To achieve a world free from hunger and malnutrition 2030, now country must transform food systems and increase affordability to healthy diet. We must ensure the cost of nutritious food cut down. If the whole world shifts towards healthy diet, we have the real chance of ending hunger and malnutrition once and for all. We must act now to build back better and make difference in lives and community everywhere. And that's the reason why the Nigerian Young Farmers Network is here. That's right.
In addition, I think we have to go straight into question and answer.
Thank you for your very specific questions. I have been on television a couple of times. When government announced the ban on forex for maize production, I was on TV to applaud government and say it was long overdue. When they went behind again and came to say that they have shortlisted a few companies to meet up with the shortfall because the local production had no capacity, I went back to that same television and called out government. In fact, as a matter of fact, your newspaper, your publishing house, Daily Trust, published my open letter to the president on this issue. We took it personal that we wrote an open letter to the president that this is unacceptable and we are going to have a planned protest. As the date of our planned protest was approaching, the president immediately responded and emphasized that no one kobo should be released for forex for importation of maize. So I agree with you that one of the issues that discourage youth engagement in agriculture is policy somersault from government. But this is the essence of also mobilizing these same young people to understand that there's no government without them.
Yeah.
Do you understand? We are the government, in all sense of it. And that's why as a single organization, we were able to take immediate steps on that development. And we had an immediate response too. Because our protest was going to mobilize young people across the country to stand down any further attempts to do that. And I analyzed it easily for them. I said, the total amount of maize you want to import now that you said is going to meet up with the immediate gaps created by the ban is about 220,000 tons. We have concluded plans to roll out our program called Raise a Million Farmers in response and appreciation to the government banning maize importation into Nigeria, so that we face even maize as a crop only, and we raise 1 million maize farmers. Remember that for every farmer created, you have created chains of direct and indirect enterprises around that farmer across the value chain. So I argued on television that multiply that the average yield of maize is 4 tons per hectare in Nigeria, and multiply that yield by 1 million farmers, it gives you 4 million hectares, 4 million tons of maize. So can you compare 4 million tons to 220,000 tons that you are still going to import? And the cost of this importation and forex, considering our present situation, is enough to empower that 1 million farmers nationwide to produce this maize. So part of our engagement is for things like this to happen, that young people can also stand up to engage government where there are policy somersaults and take bold action to say that we have the capacity. Our rally is yes, we can. Yes, this maize that you have banned importation, we can produce it. Maize grows everywhere in Nigeria. Do you understand? And then to respond to your other comment on the lighter note that access to agriculture is a invitation to poverty. I don't know how poor I am personally. I've been doing agriculture for almost 20 years now. I don't know how poor I am, but I can give you a quick illustration of how poor you can be when you get involved in agriculture. First of all, last month I facilitated the supply of paddy from Zamfara State to Edo State. Paddy rice is the raw rice from the farm that processors need to process and come up with the table rice we eat, or what we call the head rice. So from each bag of paddy, I was making a commission of 1,000 naira from each bag of paddy. Each truck carries 600 bags of paddy. That's about 30 tons. Each trailer load is 600 bags. So do a quick math of 1,000 naira per bag of paddy by 600 bags. It gives you, I think, 600,000 naira. So for this particular off-taker or processor, I delivered 5 trucks to him. So do the math of 5 multiplied by 600,000 naira. And that's how poor you can be. That's literally how poor you can be. In essence, we have a strategy called the GEAR strategy. Our GEAR strategy is a strategy that drives the Young Farmers Network. It's called gather, equip, activate, and release. In gathering, we gather data, we gather people, we gather information. And in equipping them, we provide access to capacity development. That's how the knowledge gaps now translate into them having skills. Because it's a no-brainer. I didn't have to study business administration in the university to be able to facilitate the transaction I just mentioned, and I became 3 million naira poorer. Do you understand? I didn't have to do that. You understand? After equipping them with the right tools, with the right information, with the right capacity and everything, you activate them. In activation, now you now start talking about the right financial mix, the instruments that will be needed to sustain the gather phase and the equipment phase, which is available to them. You provide them with the linkages, the business linkages, the stakeholder connections that they need to drive these processes. And once you're done with the gather and equipping and activating stage, you release them. Once you release them, my brother, you see multiple jobs are created, direct and indirect jobs are created. So our international connectivity is even a lot more stronger than our local activity, to be honest, because somehow the people outside have a way to see things, have a bird's eye view, to identify organizations that are futuristic, organizations that have their acts put together, and they want to plug in quickly. Because by 2030, Africa will be feeding the world. The only place you can get food to feed the rest part of the world is Africa. And that's why we have a lot of Chinese, Indians, taking over our farmland and agricultural procedure. So international partnerships, we are very, very big on it. Technical partnership especially, not to go and collect grants that you don't have projects to drive with. Please know that the brain drain globally hits Nigeria the hardest. Nigeria has the best brains when it comes to research and innovation and scientific discovery, just to add more to what he's saying. So, addressing such issues, our young people with the information enlightenment we are creating will be able to now focus more on specific research and innovation that can develop the agricultural sector. Because most of these technologies that are imported, we have the local capacity to even invent them, and we have the evidence of a lot of that. Then about how you can be part of our vision. First of all, it speaks to what we're saying, that our membership is open to everybody. You understand? The media plays a critical role in development globally, and in agricultural development they have a more stronger responsibility, not only to just promote, but to drive public enlightenment on agricultural development. Then in participation, it's open to all. All you need to know is what you need to do to get involved. How do you plug in? For example, there's a need for maize production, and you have a farmland. From our network, you are able to learn about the options and opportunities in local production. Beyond local production, you don't have to be, you might be too busy to attend to your farm after your day 9-to-5 job. So what else can you do that can give you an extra income? You can decide to trade farm inputs, you understand, or agrochemicals, have a farm input, be a farm input vendor. I have told you how I made the money I made from rice distribution. Most of your colleagues all consume rice. If you facilitate from factory to even distribution amongst your colleagues and within your offices of food, the extra income that comes augments your basic salary immediately. But how can you do most of these things if you don't even have the knowledge? So, but if you register and become part of us, including policemen, including soldiers. We keep saying these things. We have the capacity to provide you information that can guarantee sustainable side income, what you call your side hustle, that you don't need to spend much time promoting. Even with your skill as a media person, farmers require immeasurable publicity. There is no way we can know about onions that is due in Kebbi State, in Abuja, if we don't have publicity and information. You guys are masters of information dissemination. So within the network, you can create separate clusters where you can promote information on different enterprises within our agricultural network, and you earn also income from that. So we are a one-stop shop for everybody whatsoever, you know. And we hope that you guys can quickly register at our website www.youngfarmer.org.ng to follow the journey and follow the process of joining the family. But of course, in your registration, you are identified to a family, and each family, for example, in Abuja, you have local governments, you have wards, so you are identified, so you can connect to your local family. That's where the knowledge gap and transmission flows down through, right? Just like Rotary Club, in the families are expected to have meetings monthly. You find time to attend the meetings of your family and know what they are doing. You understand? And add value and get updated on also how you can benefit. So that's how much you can engage with us.
Yes, www.youngfarmer.org.ng.
We also have an SMS registration to make it easier, so that you don't have access to the internet. You can just text your basic information to a particular phone number. But I'm sure that information will be circulated after we have to close this press briefing. So in the absence of any other questions, please can you give a vote of thanks to our invited guest, and then we'll close with a closing prayer.